Stochastic fiction game. For today, that time will be 2 hours. It's a writing game. And within those 2 hours, I'm going to create a story based upon this stochastic outline. It's generated. Random variables deciding what the story elements are going to be. It's going to be executed with Python because it's a Python script. And it's going to output a file that will be revealed to us right there. And within this file are story elements that we are going to write to within this time. Coming soon, I will be starting to randomize the time as well as I try to understand what stochastic fiction game really means. For today is what it means is I'm going to take these story elements and within this amount of time, which is 2 hours, I'm going to create a story. The story with these elements are going to have the setting, time, future, setting, main location, city, conflict, person versus technology, quantity of primary characters, mini, point of view, third, tense, past tense, genre, romance, format, flash fiction. Those are the story elements for today. And we will rate this at the end and I will read it aloud, especially because it could be flash fiction. I'll actually be able to have more of a story than if it was like chapter first novel. Yes, anyway. Future, great. Got to do romance. That's difficult. I'm not good at romance. The only time I think I've ever wrote romance is during the stochastic fiction game when it came up as a genre. Conflict, person versus technology, and romance. Let's not go cyborg, but that's tempting, right? If your main conflict is person versus technology and your genre is romance, it's really hard to avoid the story about romancing like an android or AI. It's been done. And it's probably done quite well enough that I can think of them stories right now and I'd rewrite the same one. That's difficult. I don't know. But that's where it's really going. Then mini? Like I don't even understand how the mini would fit into that. If you have romance, you'd have like 2. But now with the quantity of primary characters means characters will be in the story and named. I gotta have at least 3. Point of view, third. That's good. I want to think of first or second person and bring in one of the characters and think of some sort of witty narrative voice. Romance. Flash fiction. So flash fiction between 600 and 1200 words depending on the publication. I like about 800. Hour 56 minutes left. Past tense romance. Romance and science fiction is more than 3. Or at least 3. I have at least it happens within a city. That way it can be a little bit more, to me at least, something I actually haven't written in a city for this or game often. So this is, yeah. I get like mountain or cave, bathroom a lot. Yeah. City. So in the future, I'm getting back to the AI romance, so I'm going to start writing that. Maybe there's like 3. Have some weird flash fiction story where there's a human, an android, and an AI. I mean, the android is just with an AI that's locked into its body, forcing it to consider it. And then the AI would be nobody at all. But this would be some also refining the final revision of something called the Sheriff, which does have, and it's a role-playing game. So I want to exclude that. This is a house has that to random. Like, I guess it's random enough that I'm getting there through thought, deduction, and ending up at the same point I'd end up because I'm me, and it's not somebody else. It's not like I'm randomly picking somebody right now to write this. I guess my stochastic nature ends at the generation of these story elements, but also observing everything around me, like the time, as well as seeing a viewer or not, and your mindset changes. So if I were to include this about an AI, an android, and a human, given the three main characters I've been thinking a lot about for the final revision of a role-playing game called The Sheriff, is it okay to write about? Is it stochastic enough? Well, let's consider it. Let's go. I haven't got much time. If it was going to be, if it's romance, how would, like, and it's romance, so it's got to be happy at the end. I don't want it to be like dark. I don't write romance often, and there's no sense in starting my journey into romance to be some hopeless romance or suicidal romance. It's going to be a successful modern day future, right? We're living in the future. Time is future in the city too. Maybe it's about a human finding how to love itself, because that's effectively what it'd be, right? I suppose if it is third person, you can always omniscient. You could always give the voice some sort of personality. It feels like cheating, but I'm going to go with this because I'm not good at romance, and it's many characters, it's the future. It's kind of dealing with a subject that I'd like to explore a little bit for other reasons, other writings rather, not to actually do, but to write about. Subject I try to stay away from because it's, I guess, done by me too much already. It's the future, though. If it was like the present or the past, this would be a different story. And it's person versus technology. Like, how would I not in romance? I mean, that's the conflict given to me. And just because I'm writing what I am calling the races of the role-playing game, The Sheriff, ones that can join the Evanston militia, are AI, android, and human. I guess it gives me the edge that maybe I can do something within the next hour and 15 minutes and actually start writing. So let's start writing. I guess I'm playing glad it's third person. I'm trying to think of some witty voice, some where to start. Start with the most obscure. Now let's put feeling. We want to be able to at least convey to the reader automatically that this thing has such agency that they have some sort of feeling that can be triggered by words or data that seems to, even us, cause a reaction. So the AI was it past tense? It is past tense. Wanted to break up with its android partner, too hard coded in their body, feeling their soul more attached to their human partner. Yeah. And I think the human wants to break up with the AI. It prefers the android partner. And maybe it can be quirky at the end of like, I don't know. Doesn't need to be quirky. It could be. I don't know what romance really means. Let's go deep romance. But not like heartfelt. I guess that's what, I mean, what the hell is romance? I mean, I'm thinking mostly novel covers I've seen. I've read a romance novel one time. And then I read like teen romance novels. Yes, they were different. But it's been too long for me to be able to pull from that pattern to put into this story. So the AI wanted to break up with its android partner, too hard-coded in their body, feeling their soul more attached to their human partner. And coworker. Wow. Where to go with this? Let's go weird. Let's go out there. So the AI wanted to break up with its android partner, too hard-coded in their body, feeling their soul more attached to their human partner and coworker. The human partner. I guess it's the ambiguous nature of the word partner that we'll go for. So feeling their soul attached to their human partner and coworker, the human partner was more attached to the android. And I don't want to put the android in some sort of like contractual ownership with the human, because then it goes on a non-romantic path of I don't want to go down. So the human partner was more attached to their android. I don't want to say coworker, so we could have some sort of detachment. I don't want it to be, well, I don't know what I want it to be. We'll see where it goes. It's a romance. Foreign territory a bit. So the human partner was more attached to their android, who they met at the gym. I don't know why an android would go to the gym though. Maybe to train like a human. Like, still gotta program a thing. Not like we're gonna get into the world where you download it. It's more like you're gonna be trained on it. And the more this android trains on the training wheel or treadmill, the better it can be walking sooner. And I think partner is just going to be someone they live with Still trying to understand that word unto itself myself, so we'll see where the human partner goes with it. So the human partner was more attached to their android. Not to their android, that seems android partner. Yeah, because if I just put android, it's like most people are going to think that there's some sort of ownership between the two. The human partner was more attached to their android partner, who they met, who they met at the gym and worked out together. And now I can maybe... Okay, so we at least laid down that. Now the android partner is got to have agency. We want to bring them into the story. That's got to be in the next sentence. And this ain't going to be... Well, I mean, I've already, I guess, reached the bounds of what one would call a typical modern day romance, but this is based in the future with conflict, person versus technology. And I think maybe I want to allude to the end that they both realize that the human's still modeling them. So they can be loved. I don't know what that means right now. But I think I want to work toward it. I mean, that's just how it works. When you're the primary creator of the data set that's training AI, you're also modeling it after your own behaviors. And it's going to be able to react to you and learn, and you'll train it. Who's training who? Much like the android and the human as well. Like, we do it to ourselves. That's why it works for the android and the AI in the story. So the android, what does the android do? We know at least the AI works. I don't know what the hell the job is between the human partner and the AI. Being creative somehow. Because it's still my prediction that's the best way for you to make money. Just don't give it away for free. Feeling their soul more attached to their human partner and co-worker. The human partner was more attached to their android partner, who then met at the gym and worked out together after the android upgraded their legs. The android likes painting. It's hard to paint if you're a pure AI. You'd actually have to become an android, or at least control some sort of mechanism to be able to do painting or dancing too. Now I need some sort of connection between the AI and the android, I suppose. Android like to dance and paint with its human... that's not even a sentence, really. Like to dance and paint with their human partner. Let's write words and not mix them up. Android like to dance and paint with your human partner. Having met the AI at work, we can give names to these sometime in the future. We'll see when that future is. Hour and 39 minutes left. Android like to dance and paint with their human partner having met the AI at a work party. I think the human partner and their AI coworker maybe have a history together. I got to think of that history briefly because this is flash fiction again. And it goes this, this will just be the scientific way of showing how two different entities affect each other and model each other if they interact with each other a lot, whether they're AI or human. We train each other after all. Android like to dance and paint with their human partner having met the AI at a work party. What is their work? Maybe I'll get there. Just leave it work. You work with AI somehow. Aside from just telling you how to write unit tests. Android like to dance and paint their human partner having met the AI at a work party. And I don't know what I'll do if these will be individual paragraph sentences. Usually I write like paragraphs, but for right now, let's do this. So Android like to dance and paint with their human party. I don't know why I have the having. There's no need for a dingly modifier in addition to this thing. The Android and AI met at a work party. I gotta specify now that it's not, the Android doesn't work there. I don't want to give the impression they do. Android and the AI met at a work party. Well, the human, let's do this. The human, Android, I'm spelling droid wrong. I feel droid. Work party. Ooh, I got it. Yes, this is going to get weird. Too late, probably. For mentioning that, because it already kind of is. Let's go there, though. This is science fiction, fantasy, person versus self. Technology, right? Yeah, and there's many. So let's review that at least I'm on track to not create something that does not follow these story elements. Setting time future, absolutely I think it captures the future. Names will be had. Setting time, location, city. This gives a city vibe with the works. I gotta add a little more maybe. Conflict, person versus technology, absolutely. I think this is a conflict we have right now. Quantity primary characters, many, that is at least 3 or more. There are 3 or more. Point of view third, I have kept the third person point of view. Tense, past tense. Genre romance, and then format flash fiction. I'm shooting for about 800 words. There's an hour and 35 minutes left. The AI wanted to break up. Okay. Let's reread this because I may have a different story in mind. So the AI wanted to break up with its android partner, too hard-coded in their body, feeling their soul more attached to their human work partner. So the AI and the android have the relationship. I messed that up. The human partner was more attached to the android partner, who they met at the gym and worked out together after the android upgraded their legs. Android liked to dance and paint with the human partner. Let's get rid of their human partner. There's no possession. It's just an article to point. So let's get rid of that, because I don't want to tell it from the perspective of the AI yet. I want to leave it open. Who's training who? And then we can decide on possession later of beings. Okay. The human partner was more attached to the android partner who they met at the AI in the gym. Android liked to dance and paint with the human partner. So we already have established some sort of relationship. I don't even know what that is right now. That's a bad thing if I want to write a story about it. Hour and 33 minutes left too. So the human partner was more attached to the android partner who met at the gym. So I'm getting backstory of how they met to make the conflict have meaning. Oh, romance. Yeah. Soul more attached to the human partner and coworker. Okay. So it would be the android partner, the AI partner, taking the android partner to the work party. Yes. Wait. It would be yes, because this is what happens when you don't have proper names. But I want to leave it at this. So the human partner was more attached to the android partner. We met at the gym and worked out together. After the android upgraded their legs, who happened to this can be of chance. I think there's a lot of chance in romance too. Happened to meet android at the gym and worked out together after the android had upgraded their legs. Android liked to dance and paint with the human partner. So the AI took the android partner there we go. Android liked to dance and paint with the human partner. The AI took the android partner to a work party. And the human and android met. The AI introduced the android, the human. The AI took the android partner to a work party, and the human partner, the human, the android met. It was hurt. The android and the human both smiled. And the human said, "We've met." Yeah, I don't know. This feels, I don't know, awkward enough to keep, but I'm not sure where to go with it. I think from a perspective of attachment and data collection, the Android that's boring as hell for a story. But I mean, realistically, you'd want, if you were an AI, you'd probably write, at least at this point in time during life, and if both these things existed, you'd want to be with the Android because one would be able to potentially travel with it and experience it in some ways through this being that could actually control it. But maybe it's that detachment that they wanted. Or they had no man attachment at all. The AI, the androids, the android hosted the AI. And they shared experiences. They shared digital. They shared experience. Like walking on a beach. And dancing. The AI's model never feeling less intelligent and distracted by the digital sensors translating cold gusts of wind into sense and data to know. Felt. Let's not have some just our body. Never became attached to the ball. I feel less intelligent, distracted by the digital senses translating cold gusts of wind into sense. Distracted by digital sensors translating cold dusks into sense to data sense. Data sense? Sure. And it could be experience a cold gust of wind. Enjoyed. What would the AI enjoy about the human over the android? The disconnect, the not knowing, the uncertainty. I don't know if that's how you spell uncertainty. Where's my search and return engine? I want to know. Let's see if that's how it is spelled, because I don't know. Man, I'm just my placement. I just want to write vowels in the wrong order and add them, evidently. The AI enjoyed the uncertainty and knowing. Of what? Of the model. Uncertainty of knowing of what the human was going to do. The chaos and comfort, not being able to nearly be one with the human, like the AI could with the android. The AI enjoyed the uncertainty of an unknowing of what the human was going to do. The chaos and comfort of not being able to nearly be one with the human like the AI could be with the android. Could be one with the android. The data was different. An experience. So we at least now have the complexity of at least the conflict that I think exists. It's an awkward one, but it fits the parameters, I believe. I'm going to reread from at least the top, at least so I know when I read this again it doesn't sound like trash or read like trash. The AIs never became the AIs. Let's not make that. The AI never, it's not possessing. The AI never became attached to a body, feeling less intelligence and distracted by the digital centers, translating cold gusts of wind into data sensed to experience a cold gust of wind. That may make sense. The AI enjoyed the uncertainty and unknowing of what the human was going to do, the chaos and comfort of not being able to nearly be one with the human like the AI could be one with the android. The data was different. And now I can have them meet here. Let's copy this. Oh, let's make this. Yes, it's romance. This is weird. But we'll see where it goes. The human partner was more attached to the android partner. Let's put a 2 there. You gotta attach yourself to something. Was attached to. So that's later. Android liked to dance and paint with the human partner. And the AI took the android partner to work party. Okay, that's what I wanted to copy and move up here. And the android partner met. The android and the human both smiled, and the human said, "We've met." No, that's not going to happen. The android and the human danced as the AI watched, processing a model of joy. Observing from its floating ball. I mean, wouldn't that be? I guess it's not really controlling much. I guess that's the lack of the limbs, and they need to have to be trained to be able to balance, and spending that time training to be able to do that. The AI took the android partner to a work party, and the human and the android met. The android and the human danced as the AI watched, processing a model of joy, observing floated in there. I mean, how would you do that though? Like, I guess the ball's the simplest thing, and you could just hover it, because you're getting nervous about wanting to not experience what it is to have a body, which would distract from your process of wanting to know what there is to know. Ball would be the simplest shape. However, they just have electronics they could see. I mean, after all, this is like a yeah. I think there's not going to be like a ball. Yeah, I watched from the AI cameras and microphones throughout dining hall downtown. The AI processed joy. Observing. Okay, that's it. That's all I need. The human and the android I don't know where this is going. I think it's going to go to this just realization that I guess how the relationships in the future will be. And we're really going to just like start training our own slaves to love us. And I want to not have it seem to be that, but it is. Unless your AI is totally made up of something else. Maybe it's like the company AI. And this is where it starts getting to like, what's their job? Is that dynamic? We'll give it some more dimension than this sort of two-dimensional trap of nothing. Yeah. The android hosts the AI and they share experiences like walking, dancing, the beach. Yeah, I'm down with that. That's going to happen in some manner. The AI never became attached to a body, to the android's body. Feeling less intelligent, distracted by the digital centers in the wind. The AI took the android part into a work party and the human party. The AI eager, a human. And the human, like the excitement. I don't know. I don't know where the hell this is going. Um, the human, this is weird. So the android and the human dance as the AI watched from the AI cameras and microphones throughout the dining hall downtown. The AI processed joy. The human and the android worked out together after the android upgraded their legs, and the AI would have to suggest something after the AI had mentioned it. Now I got to bridge this gap. I know it's a flash fiction story and I only have so many words, but I don't want to make it seem too discursive and meet connections. We'll see how that goes. The AI took the android partner to a work party, and I already wrote that. Now we're getting to the end. And with that end being, it's got to be along the lines of yeah, I think it's just the human realizing they're training. I don't want to get into that though. Huh. The human and the android worked out together after the android upgraded their legs. The android and the human danced as the AI watched from the AI cameras and microphones throughout the dining hall downtown. The AI processed joy. AI knew the human liked to dance. Suggested after working Thursday after what's like a typical like downtown money job Thursday night happy hours. That the human, the android, I'm going to try to spell this right, and the AI go dancing. And they danced. I want to put a flavor, at least some name. If I'm going to leave the protagonists, antagonists, the primary characters as nameless at this point, I want to at least spice it up with something colossal. I don't know why, but it sounds big. If I wanted to go to a club, I'd rather go to the Colossal instead of something that was not colossal. I don't even know how to spell colossal. Let's search and return. Colossal. Okay. That's not even how I was thinking how to spell it, but let's do it that way. So in the morning. Let's not say AM, that's boring. Okay, so the human and the android worked out together after the android upgraded their legs. After. How many afters can I have in one sentence? And when's this going to happen if there's so many? So the human and the android worked out together. Let's do this. The android, let's just move these words to make it a sentence. The android upgraded their legs, and the AI mentioned it at work. So I got two different subjects. I think I need a comma here. Mentioned the human at work. All right. And then I can move this sentence here to train their legs. Train the android's legs. That almost makes sense. The android upgrade. Oh, let's. I think. Damn, I'm gonna have to. I'm severely doubting my ability to even write a word and not have doubt about it. Yes, android. Okay. I just like to type. The android upgraded their legs, and the AI mentioned the upgrade to the human at work. The human and the android worked out together to train the android legs. Danced and worked out together. All right. And I've already led to the partnership by just dry name dropping the fact that became partners at the first of the story, so let's just continue on with that. We'll have to get that, and that's part of, I guess, the resolution of this conflict that opens. So android liked to dance and paint with the human. and like the excitement of doing simple things. Sentence. Android liked to dance and paint with the human. They liked the experiences of the body when doing simple things like walking to a waterfall in a canyon, or just sitting on the bench next to someone. And I suppose their sensors, yeah, okay. Maybe this will work out. The human took the android to a work party. The human and the AI met at work. They met at a work party. Maybe. I don't need that anymore. I don't need that anymore. I don't need that anymore. I just need the end. What am I writing to? They both realize, let's do that. Both the android and the AI were too modeled. Is that tragedy? I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know what this story is. I kind of do, but at this point, yeah, it's... Android liked to dance and paint with the human. They liked the experience of the body, and when doing simple things like walking to a waterfall in a canyon or just sitting on the bench next to someone. Android felt awkward. Enjoyed the layer of protection a body provided. Boy, this has gone off rails. It's only been an hour. I don't know how done I am. I think I just want to be, I'm not far. Like, I don't know if there's a story here. I think it definitely hits the attempts what this is. All the story elements we have right here, there are many, so there's 3 characters. So let's go setting time future, yes. This could not exist right now. and this technology advances, it could probably exist. Main location city. There's lots of impressions that this is in a city, given work, downtown, bars, stuff like that. Gives some sense. Quantity of primary characters, many. There's 3. It's not 2. It's not 1. And this mini is 3 or more. Point of view, 3rd. I've kept that. Past tense, I think I have mostly. Romance, it's there. It's weird. In flash fiction, I'm still resolution of this story. Digital soul. Android and AI. The Android and the AI. I should put the, not Android. Yeah. So it's every Android. The Android. The Android. And the AI argued about the human. Someone's going to get laid off. Maybe. I can make this quick. After the human got laid off. From the job. They argued about the human and if they were still partners. And wanted to share their small room, power, and processing pool. After the human was laid off from work, with no means to pay for the apartment, for the downtown apartment. They're in the city still. "55 minutes. How many words? Let's push and see. After the human was laid off from work and with no means to pay for the downtown apartment, I got to get everyone together somehow. The AI and the android offered the human a place to stay. Given the android and the AI the human partner would provide a connection of what they need with its data. Human found a job. Found a new job and offered to move to its own apartment. It's an it. In this story, at least. I want to put a level it or there. The human found a new job and offered to move to its own apartment. To invest in their partnership. And join data pools, grow them, and help the human succeed. They partnered for a year. That's a leap. That's where I want to go. How many more words do I really need to get there? That's the problem. I don't know how many more words I have. I got time. I mean, it's a decent bit. No, it's not. That ain't a lot of words. That ain't too much. Let's add more. The human found a new job and offered to move to its own apartment, but the android and the AI offered it an ability to invest in the partnership and join data pools and grow them and the humans' monetary data, value of its data, increasing its monetary worth. This is a weird tangent, but let's go there. And giving it emotional support, a partnership. Oh, man, I gotta detail 3 instances of where it went wrong. And does this even make? I don't know. This will be something. The AI wanted to break up with the Android partner. To the human partner and past coworker, who they had no digital attachment at all. Having no digital attachment at all. Digital connection. The Android no longer wanted to be hosted by the AI after a year passed. The Android no longer wanted to be hosted by the AI. A year passed. The human trained the android The android partnered with the human. The human trained the android to no longer want to be hosted by the AI. The AI partnered with the human the human trained the AI to be independent and a little I don't know, there's like this ain't a romance. This ain't this has gone off some dystopian. I guess it is. Like, all romances don't end happy. But I want a happy ending romance. And, like, this kind of redefines romance. It makes it awkward. At least now. I mean, it's going to get normalized eventually. Given we get there, technology continues. The human found a new job and offered to move into its own apartment, but the android and the AI offered an ability to invest in its partnership and join data pools to grow. I'm just going to make this a good, happy ending. Let's emotional support. The human found a job and offered to move it to its own apartment, but the human realized a year passed. And the AI partnered with the human to feel unique. And the human partnered with both. Feel love, to feel needed, if not loved. They all trained each other. I don't know where that's gone. It went somewhere. I don't know how much more time in my life I really want to spend thinking about this right now. Maybe someday I'll get back to it. Maybe not. It might be done for now, for today, for this. Yeah, I don't know where this went. It went here, and it may have an end. And I don't know if I'm going to read it, the end of this just a little bit more that I haven't, just so it aligns with maybe some conclusion of a story. Probably not. So I'm going to read from this. The android felt awkward and tense when the AI hosted their body, always fearing the AI would leave it or... I got to close that loop. The android partnered with the human, and the human trained the android to be more comfortable letting go of the body. The AI partnered with the human to feel unique. And how to detach. The human partnered with both to feel needed, if not loved. Years passed. I don't know. It's comfort letting go of the body. The AI partnered with the human to feel unique and how to detach. The human partnered with both to feel needed, if not loved. What to call it? About as androgynous as you can get. Future partners. I have no idea where this came from. Well, I do. I mean, there's a transcript of me talking about it, so that's where it came from. I don't know where this is going, I suppose. This is done. I don't know what it's about. I think I got touchings of some weird society. I am... Yeah. I'm going to read this aloud. I'm going to read the story elements for this stochastic fiction game and then rate it at the end. I think I've at least hit the parameters for today's story. So for today's stochastic story elements, setting time future, setting main location city, conflict person versus technology, quantity of primary characters mini, point of view third, tense, past tense, format, flash, fiction, genre, romance. All right, let's get myself aware and focus for this reading. It is called Future Partners. Future Partners. The AI wanted to break up with the android partner, too hard-coded in their body, feeling their soul more attached to the human partner and past coworker, having no digital connection at all. The android hosted the AI, and they shared experiences like walking. I got to start that again. I had a little bit of air coming up. Again, future partners. The AI wanted to break up with the android partner, too hard-coded in their body, feeling their soul more attached to the human partner and past coworker, having no digital connection at all. The android hosted the AI, and they shared experiences like walking on a beach and dancing. The AI never became attached to the android's body, feeling less intelligent and distracted by the digital sensors translating cold gusts of wind into data senses to experience a cold gust of wind. The AI enjoyed the uncertainty of unknowing of what the human was going to do, the chaos and comfort of not being able to nearly be one with the human like the AI could be one with the android. The data was different. The AI took the android partner to a work party, and the human and the android met. The android and the human danced as the AI watched from the AI cameras and microphones throughout the dining hall downtown. The AI processed joy. The AI knew the human liked to dance and suggested after a Thursday night happy hour that the human and the android and the AI go dancing. They danced at the Colossal until close around 3 in the morning. The android upgraded their legs, and the AI mentioned at work the upgrade to the human. The human and the android worked out together and danced to train the new android legs. The android liked to dance and mate with the human. They liked the experiences of the body when doing simple things like walking to a waterfall in a canyon or just sitting on a bench next to someone. The android felt awkward and tense when AI hosted their body, always fearing the AI wouldn't leave. Android enjoyed the layer of protection a body provided its digital soul. The android and the AI argued about the human and if they were still processing partners and wanted to share their small room and power and processing pool. After the human was laid off from work and with no means to pay for a downtown apartment, the AI and the android offered the human a place to stay. The android and AI believed the human partner would provide a connection of what they needed with its human data. The human found a new job and offered to move it to its own apartment, but the android and the AI offered it an ability to invest in the partnership and join data pools and grow them and the human's value of its own data, increasing its worth and giving it emotional support. Years passed. The android partnered with the human, and the human trained the android to be more comfortable letting go of the body. The AI partnered with the human to feel unique and how to detach. The human partnered with both to feel need and love. That was the stochastic fiction game for today. I mean, would I ever publish or revisit this? I would maybe lift these words for another publication if it fit. Maybe alone. Maybe 1 out of 4. It's awkward, and that's kind of why I like it. I'll say a 3. There's something there. Maybe if I come back, it might smell a little better. I'll take the story. Generated. With time still on the clock, I suppose it's time to tick away and write something else.